What's up, everybody? Welcome to our
Wait, what the heck is going on?
What happened?
It went back to the intro. Okay, go.
Say what?
It went back to the intro when you started talking.
When
So,
technology fails you.
oh Lord. So wait, am I live
You're
now? So I
live.
can,
Yes, you're
okay, we're
live.
live. Welcome to our first unofficial on aired. Is it on aired? Is that how you say it? I don't know how to say
Yes.
it. I'll just say welcome to this episode that we're just gonna sit here, chill, relax, and just talk a little bit because we've been having some technical difficulties thanks to our streaming thing. Yeah, and I'm paying for that. But either way, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having an awesome night. And yes, we are off the air, but we're just gonna record this real quick and just talk a little bit of stuff. So let's start with Sourblow. How are you doing today, sir?
Okay, I'm doing fine. For everyone, usually like we're live at this time at YouTube. Unfortunately, for some reason, some technical issues is not working there. It's working everywhere else. So if you want to watch us live, we are in Twitch, Facebook, um, and Twitter. I see someone posted from Twitch actually, so welcome to XBI. And Lou, you should actually write on the YouTube uh, chat to let people know what's going on. But yeah, excited to be here. We will probably upload this later on into YouTube because unfortunately these technical issues. But I'm doing fine. Excited to be with you guys. Excited to have Silent back. How's it going, Silent?
Yes. How's it going? Silent. It's been a while. Captain hasn't been
God,
here.
it feels like it's been a minute. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm finally kicking that crappy cold that was flying around. Unfortunately, my family we continue the musical chairs of sickness in the household, but besides that, things have been good. I finally got some gaming in. I've had a little bit of free time here and there to use like my ROG Ally. I haven't gotten to use my console very much recently, but we're getting gaming in where we can, right? Trying to adapt as we can, but it's been good. I'm excited to be catching up with you guys. Bummer that Plume can't be with us this evening, but obviously, other stuff comes up occasionally. I feel that the last couple weeks. So yeah,
I think it
excited
was
to get into
Plume.
it.
He was
Was it
like,
Plume that
yeah, he was like, you know what? If I'm not there, screw
you
these guys.
sabotaged YouTube?
Yeah. Boom. Boom called YouTube and said, no, no, no. They ain't gonna do it without us. No.
Sounds about right. That Canadian persuasion.
Oh man, what an
How about you, Lou? How you been doing? I like
I've
the
been.
hairdo.
You like my hairdo, man? I can't wait to get a haircut, shave my beard, man. I gotta do all that stuff, man. I'm going away for 2 weeks. Sour blow, 2 weeks. I gotta miss you guys.
You got a
I'm
prison
good.
pass.
Yeah, like what? I'm going to Germany. That's where I'm going. Hmm.
Doesn't have any prison pass. The ball and chain is going with him on the trip.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true. That ball and chain is coming with me. Oh man, it's gonna be one crazy 2 weeks. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be missing you all. The good thing is, there's an episode on HBO that lands on Valentine's Day, and we all know what we're doing that day. We'll be locked up with our missus, taking them out to dinner, buying them flowers, do what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. Yeah. But other than that, though, I've been doing great, and I've been playing Power World, and I've been playing Brotato. Brotato's a fun game.
Potato. Isn't
Brotato
that
is it,
like
is it Brotato? Poptato?
isn't that like kind of like Vampire Survivor?
Yeah, it is, to be honest. It feels like that, but it's hard. It's hard. I mean, you got to keep modifying the weapons and making them tougher, getting the rotator like a tougher armor, stuff like that. But it's a fun game. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. I've been
Oh,
enjoying. I've been enjoying. And man, Sour Blow, that state of play today. Woohoo!
oh, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about that later on. But yeah,
Um,
that's what I've been doing.
okay, how about Silent? I want to know what Silent been playing.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. He been playing Halo behind our backs.
Nope, nope. I can reassure you a
He's
hundred
been pl-
percent.
he's been
That's
playing
not
Power
what I've
Roll,
been.
getting in his Pokemon groove. That's what he been doing.
Actually, no. You know what? I did play a bit of that when it first came out. It it's good, and I've enjoyed what I've played. But you know what? I'll be honest. Like the survival aspect of it, I'm not.
Your voice kind of
Your voice kind of like left us silent.
like
It's
you're
gone.
sounding
Can
like
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
yes we
Hello,
can.
hello. Um, no, I'll be honest. Like I played a bit of Pal World when it first came out, and I had a lot of fun with it. But the issue that I run into is I'm not a big fan of like the survival side of it. So so like I've played some of it. My son has really enjoyed it a lot, but ultimately like I kind of shifted away from it pretty quick. And I'm sure I'll go back to it, but because like he wants to play it co-op, so we've been playing it a bit. He's actually been playing a ton on Game Pass, just on his tablet, which has been pretty cool. So like he'll sit there on his tablet and he'll play it while I'm like sitting there right next to him playing stuff. But I have to go back to that one. However, I've been playing a bunch of other stuff this year. This has been probably the most productive gaming year I think I've had so far, just because of the different like family occurrences that have happened recently. So I've currently, as of right now, I've beaten Hitman 3 this year. I beat Evil Within 1 and 2. I beat
Whoa.
Alien versus Predator, the Marine campaign. Beat Rise Son of Rome, Mafia, and I just started Mafia 2. So
Wait,
this what's that? Oh,
Lou left us.
Louis just so
Oh
yeah,
man,
so it's been quite a month. Like a lot of family stuff has been going on. There's been a lot of things happening, but I've still managed to actually play a good bit of games. Thank goodness to like being able to play stuff via cloud, Game Pass, stuff like that. I've actually made a pretty good amount of progress on video games, even though I haven't really been on my consoles a lot recently. And I'm sure a lot of people have noticed, like, some of the folks I play Fortnite with are used to us being, like, used to me being on there with my son and stuff. I have not been on there very much. I haven't even been showing as online because realistically, like, I didn't want anyone to try and send me a party chat invite, and I couldn't join the party chat. But I've been playing a decent amount of games despite all the stuff that life has continued to throw at me the last few weeks. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
nice, nice.
nice, nice,
Uh,
nice.
I me myself, I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect. I already got through the first one. Now I'm in the second one, and I'm enjoying it. It really like it starts very slow, like the first one, but once it picked up, it's very good. I didn't like some of the side quests from the first one, but the second one seems like more interested and interesting in terms of the like the side quest in the story. Like right from the beginning, it's very like intriguing, and there's a lot of things that I kind of wanted updated, and they actually did. So really enjoying it. Really looking forward to completing Mass Effect trilogy. Louis, you're back with us.
Yes, I'm back. I'm finally back. I don't know what the heck happened. Don't ask me. Just don't. I don't know what
Dude,
happened.
I don't know. The
And
internet has
then
decided it doesn't like us today.
no, seriously, I did such a cool promo for the show today, and I think my promo was the one who messed everything up. Yeah, I was gonna post it, but damn, I couldn't
What
find the
did
show
you
to
do?
post it. I just
We
say
don't
it
want to
for
know.
just
Let's
say it for
just.
another day. Yeah.
All right.
Oh man. So, Sarah, what we're gonna do? We're gonna just jump real quick to the
Let,
topics. What
let's
are we gonna do, buddy?
let's just
Just
jump straight away to the topics.
yeah, this is straight away. Yeah.
Since this is kind of like a special, kind of awkward episode, let's talk a little bit about. Okay, let's start with this. Uh, I don't like talking about this, but I guess everyone have talked about this. Some people feel that if you talk about this, you're kind of a hypocrite. But I feel like this is important, even like to just mention it. Even if you feel that you actually can't not like really do nothing about it, which we actually probably can't. We're a very small channel, but there's a lot of layoff going around. Whether you care or not about it, I mean, like it's something that it's kind of news. Why not mention it? I've seen a lot of channel like criticizing if you mention it or not. I don't know why. Um, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but we had a big layout from Microsoft, and basically it was mostly was from the Activision side, the Activision Blizzard side, which everyone knew that this was going to happen, but somehow like we also got other layouts after that, but somehow, you know, people always focus on Microsoft for some reason. But I don't know. What do you guys think about this? I'll let you guys just chime in, whatever you want to add to it or not.
Louis, you want to go for it?
Well, the layoff situation. Oh man, I'll be honest with you. The whole layoff thing, man, it's just it's like every time we get like a good news, all of a sudden it comes up with a boom right there. But I just feel bad, for for the people that that got laid off. They're gonna have to start looking jobs and all that stuff. Because here's the thing, though, people need to understand that being fired is one thing, laid off is another. But at the end of the day, they did lost their jobs, and
Wait,
they have to
what?
look. What?
Oh, keep going. Never mind. Just
No,
keep
no.
going.
I said laid off. What did I say it
Never
wrong?
mind. No, never. Just keep going. Just
He
you're
saw
doing fine.
something.
No, because
Never mind. It's
people get
Louis.
what? What do you mean it's me, Louis? What did I say something wrong?
No, no, just
Well, because if you're fired, it's hard to get a job. But if you're laid off, it's either way. It's a bad thing. Either way, it's a bad thing. It's just, yeah. I don't know how to to go with this because I don't know how things work over there. How being laid off, being fired. I'm still trying to learn what the difference is. But people are telling me that there's a difference. I basically don't understand it because I live in Dominican Republic. For us, if you're,
Lo. I think you gave the wrong Twitch.
I did.
I think
Oops.
so.
Oh. Oh.
Did
Yes,
you
yes,
did you connect it to your one
yes. You did.
yesterday?
Hold
Oh.
on,
Oops. Sorry,
guys.
chat. Let me remove it. Sorry, chat.
Sorry, chat.
There it is.
Surprise.
Yeah, sorry about that. Oh man, we work.
You gotta tell people like by text. Remember, they can't hear us from YouTube.
Oh, they can't hear us. Ah,
Yes.
dang it. Okay, so now we're on. Yeah, there we go. I see myself. Yeah, I see myself on Twitch. All right. Actually, I'm happy. I always like looking at myself because I keep telling myself, man, I look good, even though my hairstyle looks like crazy. But yeah, like I was saying though, it's a hard subject. I can't even go. It's just bad that they were doing such a good thing, and all of a sudden, boom! Here comes with all this stuff about being laid off and stuff like that. But yeah, what can we do? What can we do? Silent. You want to take a picture of this?
A picture.
Not a picture to
Picture?
this. And then I
No,
said picture.
I don't want to take a picture. No, so here's the thing, right? Like we saw this coming, like you were saying, Sour, right? Like we saw this coming. It's not a surprise. The idea of these layoffs coming, it sucks, one
Yeah.
way or another. Like it sucks. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's an unfortunate situation, but in a situation like this where you're bringing a company this big in and you're shifting them into your day to day and your operations and stuff, there's going to be redundancies. And that sucks. Like the word
Yeah.
redundancies makes me cringe every time I say it, just because like the thing is there's always a human element that's affected when redundancies is popped up in the conversation. And it sucks. Like it's an unfortunate situation and people lost their positions. Now, I was on a couple shows towards the end of this last week that did bring up a very interesting point, and I think this is actually pretty poignant to the whole situation, right? Is like, yes, they got rid of 1900 people, right? I think this was a really good opportunity for them to get rid of some of the bad eggs in the
Yeah,
process, right? So I think some of those folks that have been causing issue or that didn't necessarily jive with the approach that Microsoft brings nowadays versus like previous stance and stuff. I think this allowed them to kind of tuck some of those like firings in the process as well and just be like, yeah, we're giving you like we're giving you compensation for this. We're amicably separating and we're done working together. So I don't think it's only innocent people that got affected by this. Like I do think this probably allowed them to do kind of a blanket restructuring and clean out some of the bad eggs in the process as well. That being said, though, it's 1900 people. I'm sure there's not 1900 people that were the problem. So there were some people probably that got weeded out in the process. You look at some of the issues, right? Like you look at someone like Mike Ibarra, and there's been previous issues in the past with him when he was at Microsoft. There's been allegations at ActiBliz. So it makes you think like, okay, maybe, where there's smoke, there's fire. Maybe there's other issues that were going on. And this was a situation where they're like, hey, we don't agree with the way you're standing on this situation. It's probably best for us to separate, like sever ties and go different ways. That probably happened with a handful of folks.
yeah,
Now, a lot of redundancies in regards to like probably marketing and like PR and stuff like that probably got let go, and they weren't the problem. But unfortunately, in a situation like this, like these things happen, and that sucks. And I think the best foot forward moving from this situation is like if you see people on Twitter that are reporting that they've been laid off and it's a situation for them, if you see openings, if you see people, announcing that they have availability in their different positions and in their different studios and stuff, share that data with those people, right? Like if you see people that are affected by this, share the information to those people because that's the best way. Like that's the most positive outcome we can have from this, right? Like the people that got let go, they ended up getting really good benefits packages in regards to everything when they're being let go. But at the same time, it's like for
yeah,
those people that are looking at this and they're like, okay, what's the next step? If you see things and if you have those people on Twitter, like shoot a link. It doesn't hurt anything to send those people resources because like in a situation like this, I can't imagine it, but trying to struggle and like figure out what the next step is after that compensation is over. I don't know what I would personally do. Like that would suck and that would be a really stressful time. So if you know anyone that was affected by the situation, make sure that you're sharing resources where you can if you can. I think that's probably the best foot forward on this, but ultimately, like all around, whether it was Microsoft, and I think this is the big issue that we're running into on social media, right? Is there's a lot of people trying to make it console worry, where it's like, oh, Microsoft's the big bad one. They're getting rid of all these people. Everyone's been doing it. We've seen proof of it over and over and over again. I don't care like where you stand on it, whether you think Microsoft sucks, Sony sucks, whether they're the bad guys, Nintendo's the bad guy. If someone's affected by this and you have connection to them in some sort, try and help out. I think that's the best possible positive result that can come of this whole situation.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we can do so little, but every little does help. if you see any like position, share it, and hopefully it reaches the right person. That's all I can add to this. But moving on, we did get a state of play today, in
Ooh,
which I'm gonna be honest. I was getting a haircut, so I
we know
wasn't
that.
I wasn't
We noticed
watching it.
that. We noticed that.
And in my drive back was that I kind of put it on my phone while I was driving, which don't do that. But I did manage to get clips here and there and like see some. And then when I got home and I was preparing like a little sandwich, I kept watching and all that. So I kind of watched the show, but I didn't really watch the show. But I did manage to get some things that caught my interest, like Judas, which that game I definitely want to play. I'm a huge Bioshock fan.
Ooh.
I do think Stellar Blade looked pretty good. It reminded me of what's the game? It reminds me of Near Automata.
Okay. Okay.
Near Automata. Some people call it Near Automata, Near Automata. I don't know what's the right way to pronounce it, but yeah, it does remind me of that. Um, but it looks a little bit more ambitious though, so it looks interesting. I'm gonna be honest. This is the first time I do think that Helldiver looked interesting to me, because personally, like I saw it before and I'm like, oh, it looks alright, but it didn't look like wow, I want to play it. Like
Hmm.
it actually looked like, oh, I would really play this. So there were some very like interesting games that I saw. At the end, we saw the whole thing with I'm sure Crazy Lou will probably talk about it, and with the whole Death Stranding and Kojima, he kind of made an announcement at the end, which started to get me excited. But then when I heard it was kind of more like a movie, I kind of was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, which was a game. I don't know if you caught it, Silent. He was talking about a game that's gonna be kind of like what you call it, kind of like a Metal Gear Splinter Cell type. He was describing it like
Yeah.
I mean,
it
I,
it,
I
it
don't
was
mind
an
that myself.
no, definitely. But then when he said it was gonna be like a movie slash game, it's gonna probably be like a mixture of that with kind of like what's he doing with OD. So I'm like, I don't know. I guess we gotta see it, but that kind of
Mm.
like didn't do it for me. But let's see.
Uh oh.
I
What
mean,
about
Uh oh.
you,
let's
Ty?
let's be fair, right? Like everything that he's done, Metal Gear Solid, the like all these different projects that he's worked on so far have always been very much like a movie first, game second. Like the game aspect has always been really good, but like his situation, his all of his games have always been more cinematic based, and he draws on that a lot. Like as his inspiration, he draws from folks like Del Toro and Peel and stuff for these games and stuff, and it makes a lot of sense as to how he stands on that. Like Death Stranding, things like that. It's very cinematic instead of game forward for sure.
Okay, I guess maybe then the wording kind of threw me off. The
Sure.
wording the way he kind of worded that it's more like a movie
Hmm.
than a video game. That kind of like I was like, oh. But now that you put it that way, because Metal Gear, it has its definitely has its gameplay, and which I
Yeah.
like. But okay,
But as
I,
far as the
I
cinematics go, right? Like usually in those games, like it's usually at least 1 to 1 in regards to the amount of cinematics versus the gameplay, if not 2 to 1. Right? Like
yeah.
he is very heavy handed when it comes to his cinematics and stuff. It's like a Final Fantasy game, right? Where you're sitting there watching and most of it's a lot of cinematic and then you get some gameplay.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. How about you, Lou? What do you what do you think about the whole show and anything
I,
that? Oh, actually, Silent. You anything else caught your attention?
I didn't get to watch the show.
Oh, okay.
oh
No, so
no.
unfortunately, it's parent teacher conference week. So
Nice.
I got to use my lunch break today to go pick up the kids, and then I spent the rest of the time basically up until when we jumped on here, working. so so unfortunately, I did not get to catch the show. So I'm gonna
Uh,
have to lean on you guys
oh.
a little bit.
Lou, before you start talking, question:
Ooh. What's up? What's up?
Was
Ask away.
was Metro shown? I did not catch it. Metro,
I,
Metro
I think
VR,
it was, yeah,
yes. There
yeah.
was a
Metro
Metro
VR.
V. Yes, it was a prequel to all the Metro series. It's a VR game. So it actually is good for all those PlayStation VR 2 players. Now they can dust off their VR headset and play a game finally. I'm happy for them on that side of things.
I wonder, like, personally, like, I, I gotta look at the trailer. I gotta look how it looks. Cause personally, for me, like that last Metro Exodus, like I really got into the the environment, the whole like like I really got into the game and I really liked the world that they built for me to play. So I'm wondering, how how they would do it with the VR because they have the whole, mass mechanic, which I feel that could really play in well with, VR. Um, I don't know. It would be cool like if you actually had to buy like an actual mask that kind of like, kind of like interacted with it or something like that. But
An actual
Lou,
mask. What?
like a gas mask, but not a real one. Kind of like
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it puts on the gas mask in the trailer. I think I remember,
Yeah,
but
no, but I'm talking about a real one. You wear like a real one that kind of like is
it does the
integrate.
V.
Like,
It does the real simulation. So seriously, you're gonna put the VR headset, which is like this big, right? Pretty much, it's like bigger than my head.
true,
And then
true.
after that, you're gonna put
I'm
in.
thinking in the
You're gonna put.
future when
You're
when the
gonna put
when the VR
the
isn't that
gas
big.
mask when
When the
when you're gonna put that gas mask on yourself after that. So that's got to be a pretty big gas mask, Sourblow, in order to do that.
think about it this way, like
Think about it.
the PSVR 7, where it's like a chip that you put in your brain, and then yeah.
Like talking about the chip that Elon Musk put in the brains now. Start talking about the chips now.
Wait, you claiming we're live in in Twitter too or in X.
Oh,
If he's listening to this, he's probably like,
he's
oh,
gonna be like, "Go, Luke, talk about it, Lou. I
you're
give you
talking about my
permission."
chip. Let me
You
look
talk
at
about my chip, and Lou,
Crazy
I give you
Lou.
permission.
Shut down.
Yeah, shut that. Yes, Elon Musk, you're doing a pretty good job with the chip. Elon Musk, you're the man. You're the man. You're the man. Don't shut us down. You're the man.
All
You're
right, all
the
right. Then what did we
man.
see?
So
What did we see in the showcase? What
All
excited
right,
you
let me go through it real quick. All right.
besides Foam Star?
Beside Foam Star, oh man, they showed Helldivers, they showed
well,
Foam Stars. But here's my question though: where the hell are the first party games? Where are
Come on, Lou.
they?
You know what's
Come
going
on,
on there.
come on, man, come on. Where are the first party games? I mean, I was expecting to show something for first party.
They
Now,
did.
what they show?
They showed
Helldivers? What? Foam Stars?
Until Dawn.
Oh, again with a freaking remaster, man. I was gonna talk about that. I mean, why they gotta get this game and do a remaster about it? Who in the hell needed this? I'm sorry, who needed this? I have to say it. Nobody needed this crap. It's already fine the way it is. Why do you have to put like all your money on all your things to make a remaster of this damn guy? I don't get it. Just make a freaking upgrade and put it for free. Jesus Christ, it's better. Get your people happy. I'd be like, oh, we're gonna release a remaster so we can get your money. That's what you're doing. Come on, guys, come on. So for a third party, exclusive showcase, it was pretty good. I mean, they showed a couple like for example, Death Stranding 2. I'm a big fan of Death Stranding. I love running around with my packages. That sounded real bad, but yes, running around with my packages. Climbing hills, doing all this stuff, and just the story
Let
about what.
No, keep going, keep going. I'm gonna ask you something when you finish with Death Stranding. I want to
All
ask
right.
you something about that.
So Death Stranding 2, yeah, it's they show more about it. It's gonna release in 2025. Damn it. I had to wait one more year to play that game, but hey, I was happy to actually show more about it because I'm a fan of Death Stranding. I beat the first one. I loved it. I loved it, hands down. And so Hideo Kojima said after that. So what's your question, Sarah, before I continue with Hideo Kojima?
Okay, my question is, I don't know if it's me because I haven't played it,
All right.
but was it me or did they kind of gave too much story background from the game? Like I feel like they talked a lot and gave some information that I was like,
If
is this like too much?
I think they showed what they needed to show. I think it was
Okay.
good because just to get you a little bit more hyped about into the game, I think they showed what they had to show, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I don't know if they gave spoilers though, but yeah, I found it pretty interesting. I'm hyped for it. I saw it.
I
I was
felt
like,
like when
man,
they're talking about the girl and all that, I feel like
uh,
they went a little in depth in there. But maybe
probably
I'm
did.
wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
But I'm happy though. I'm happy that they show more about it because remember they showed it when was it 2 years ago, or a year ago? I don't remember because so many showcases. They showed like a little bit about it, so I'm happy they actually showed a lot more. And we all know it's gonna be on a beach because it's called Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I don't get it why that name, but okay, it's cool.
It's because on
But
the beach.
it's on the beach. Yeah, I guess we're gonna be swimming in in Death Stranding bikini trunks. Swim around, meet some cool people there. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. Yeah, some fun Death Stranding. But yeah, later on, Hideo Kojima was talking that he's gonna make an espionage game for Sony. That's gonna be interesting. Could it be? Please, silence say it because you know how to say it.
That's the word I was looking for. Espionage.
Because I know
Oh,
how to say it.
yeah,
Say what?
Metal Gear. I can't say
Oh,
Metal Gear.
Metal
It,
Gear.
no, it's not
Yeah.
Metal Gear. He said
Hey, come on.
He's
is a
yeah.
new IP. He said,
He
If
doesn't
you
have the rights to metal.
yeah,
he
that
can,
too.
Yeah, it's a
and
rights
what?
conflict. It sucks.
Instead of
But
Snake, but wait, he can do like instead of Snake, you call him Rattler or something like that,
no,
or
Ah,
Poison, or Viper, or Big Python.
they
Yeah,
could
he,
they
Big
could have
Python.
just or they could have used Logan.
Logan, what?
Yeah, Siphon filter.
no,
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 Why not?
why?
no,
Why?
because Siphon Filter was
Nonsense.
never really a stealth game
No,
versus
no, it
something like
wasn't.
Splinter Cell or Metal Gear.
Exactly. Oh, he
Well,
uses
it was.
Logan, and
What do you
and
mean?
you
It
and when
was kind of a
and when you
No, no, it was third person over the shoulder, and it was more action based than
yeah,
stealth
but
based.
you can make it more
You
stealth.
could, you could, but it wasn't the
It
main focus.
it will. I think it will fit perfect to make it
Sour,
a little.
I Sour, I could make the Mad Max game that came out a handful of years ago more of a stealth game, but it's not that. Like it's
No,
just one of the
Mad Max
functions.
is Mad Max, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
But whatever.
it's just like Logan in Silent Filter is Logan in Silent Filter. He's not, I mean, Silent Filter or Silent
But
Filter. My God, it's Silent Filter.
he's an
Oh,
agent.
dude, but he's
Well,
not
yeah, but
yeah,
he's
but
not an agent like
he's an
Sam
action agent.
Fisher or
Yeah, or
Solid Snake.
Snake, yeah.
But you
He
can make
doesn't,
him.
you can, why would you want to make him sour? God.
He's an
It's like,
agent,
it's,
man.
it's like,
Why can't he have
it's like, oh,
espionage skills?
it's like, let me get Wolverine and put spider webs on him and let me go swim through buildings
You
like Spider
you
Man.
mean wait? You mean
You know,
after
there's
all these?
different types of
Wait.
Exactly.
agents, right?
After all these years, he's
What?
been away. You mean he hasn't learned how to like hide and stuff like that?
No,
He's
dude,
been hiding all this
dude.
Dude,
time.
No, 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 no.
He's been
Sour,
away.
oh
sour,
Lord,
sour.
please help
Hold
me,
on.
Lord.
Try make
He's
this
become
make
an
this
expert.
make this journey with me real quick.
Okay, I'm
As you've
listening.
gotten older, right? As you've gotten older,
I
have
got
you
wiser.
changed? Have you changed your ways, or have you generally stayed in those approaches and stances over your years?
Oh, I changed a lot. I have.
Okay, okay, okay. I
I
don't know
have
where to go.
changed a lot.
Okay, all right.
All right,
You haven't changed one bit.
Have you ever heard the term "you can't teach an old dog new tricks"?
tricks. Yep, exactly. I mean, okay.
I'm just saying,
That's
like,
not true.
That'd be like if you turned Metal Gear Solid from like, an action soap opera drama into a horror game.
But wait, Lou didn't know how to turn on his PC, and now he's gaming on it.
Oh,
So wait a
So
minute.
flexion.
so
Wait.
why can't?
Why can't
Come
what?
on,
So
man.
so wait. So wait. How did this come up from Logan to pick on Lou because of
Because it's a miracle
of
that you're actually gaming like
that
on it,
as America actually gaming?
and that
Sour,
you haven't blown
sour,
up the
Oh,
computer.
dude.
shit.
Because I got like five fans pointing at it. Besides
Okay,
the
what else
five
did we
fans this
see?
time.
What else did we see in this
Lord.
state of play?
Okay, we also saw Stellar Blade, which hey, I gotta give it hands down. It looks real good. Stellar
No,
Blade
it
is
does.
actually
It does.
it does look real good. I mean, I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to him with that. Stellar Blade looks like it's gonna be a really fun game. It looks like kind of like it doesn't it feel like it's like a Souls game the way it looked and played.
No,
No,
that's not at all like a Souls game.
yeah,
No,
no, okay.
no.
Then we have Sonic X Shadow Generations, which Shadow is joining Sonic X. All right, I mean, that's pretty cool for all you Sonic fans. And this is what got me pumped. I'm telling you, I
That
mean,
Sonic game felt like it didn't even belong there. And
it's,
yeah, felt
okay.
so out of
Ever
place.
Everborn.
Everborn was the only person excited.
Yeah,
No,
it was the one.
it felt out of place because all the other games, like it felt so out of place. I feel like they should have. It would have been better, like if they would have shown it like in uh, like a Nintendo Direct or something like that. But yeah,
Mm, okay, all right. So what got me pumped out of the whole showcase was Dave the Diver now featuring Godzilla. Man, anything that's got Godzilla is this thing. I'm telling you, I saw Godzilla. I was like, yes,
oh,
Godzilla!
I
Oh
managed to
man,
see Godzilla, but I didn't see what game it was. I was like,
it was Dave the
what is
Diver.
this?
Dave the
Okay, Dave the
Diver. Dave the
Diver.
Diver. Yes, it's gonna have
Yeah.
Godzilla in it. Oh man, that was just great. Then we saw a little bit of Zenless Zone Zero. It's just the
What
truth
was
about it.
that?
What was it
Zenless
called?
Zenless Zone Zero. Jesus Christ.
Zum Zero. What the heck?
Exactly. What kind of name is that?
That
Zenless
sounds
Zone
sounds like
Zero.
a placer.
It has a weird name, but it looked pretty cool, kind of. I think it's gonna be a cooperative thing because I see a lot of hammering. I see a dog in the store sipping from water. That's what I saw on it, and yeah, it's kind of like it's got a god finger. It's got X. I don't even know what the heck this game has, but anyways, it looks like it's gonna be pretty fun. Oh, Genshin is from a Genshin Impact developer. Hoyoverse is bringing
Oh, it's
Zelda's
one of
Zone
those
Zero. Yeah,
games.
one of those games. Yeah. So this is where it got weird. Like all of a sudden, I see that Konami is gonna show Silent Hill. I'm like, oh, we're gonna finally see some Silent Hill. Pretty cool. But then I see this Silent Hill called the Short Message. But before that, I was like, wait, is this Silent Hill 2? What is it about? It was like a PT style twist kind of thing. That's what it looked. And I was like, wait, did these guys are not making Silent Hill 2? Are they making this game? What happened? You know, I was like, what got twisted here? I got confused. But at the end of the thing, when I saw it was another game, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, huh? You know, at first I was confused, but yeah. But it's going to be first person, and it looks real fun. That Silent Hill game looks really fun and really crazy. I think it's going to be scary. It's got that PT twist style, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And then they showed Silent Hill 2, right? Bloober Team, Silent Hill 2. Oh my god. I think they copied Resident Evil 4. It's going to be like more action than anything. And I was like, man, does that kind of take away the Silent Hill feel? Because, you know, that Silent Hill
Yeah.
2 feel back in the day was kind of like spooky.
Yeah.
But
No,
now
I
this
yeah.
one kind of with that action, I saw the action. I was like, man, this looks kind of like Resident Evil. And not only that, I don't know if my eyes are rusty or anything. I was about, you know, I was telling myself, well, my eyes bad. But I just remember that a month ago I had to get my license and my eyes were perfectly fine. So Silent Hill 2 kind of looked like weird. I do not know why. The bad guys look kind of funky. The main character looked like basically it's like they grabbed the old version, did an upgrade on the combat, but it kind of looks like the old version of the game. I don't know if you guys felt that way. What do you think, Silent?
I
Did you see it?
uh, again, I didn't see it, but now I need to see it because I'm very curious as to what you mean when you say it looked weird.
It
Like,
looked weird, dude.
did
Like,
did like the motion, like the movement and stuff of the characters look weird? Like, what do you mean by weird?
no, just the color of the character, like the graphic. I don't see that
Okay, so
big,
the
huge.
visual
The
fidelity.
visuals, yeah, the visual. Thank you.
Okay,
That's the word. The visuals.
okay,
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, my
okay.
English is kind of bad, but thank you, thank you. That's not that bad,
No,
man.
you're good. I wasn't sure because like we've seen so many times where people have done video games or like remasters, remakes, stuff like that, and certain things don't translate over. So it's like I'm not sure what you mean when you say it doesn't look right because like
But
there's so many possibilities.
but the action though, the action feels like you're playing Resident Evil 4. I'm like, oh, they
Hmm.
switched that
You
around.
know what? I saw like a little bit, but now I can't. Hold on, let me. I was trying to see if I
Um,
can find the
Here, let me
actual
let
because
I'm
me.
watching
they
over it
showed
right now.
two videos of Silent Hill, right?
Yeah, they showed two videos. They showed the one that's PT type of thing, and then they showed Silent Hill 2. And again, it's not coming out
Yes,
this year.
of course it's not.
It isn't. So it's kind of weird.
Wait,
I don't know.
so is a like a combo pack, Silent Hill 1 and 2?
I doubt that.
So why they show 2?
Let me see.
Sorry, I I feel like I'm talking on this thing and I have absolutely no idea. So,
Oh man, it's a
Sour, Sour,
Uh,
you able to throw it right on there on the screen?
hold on. Let me
if
see.
you can, so Silent can see it, so we can have our opinions about this sucker. But man, really, it's just
Okay, let me
The
try.
short message.
1 second.
Okay.
1 second.
man.
1 second. 1 second.
1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. But I'll keep on talking though because we got more
No
games
one
to.
want to hear you talking, so I can just
No one want to hear me talking. Okay, I'll shut up then.
hold on. Hold on. Hold
But then there
Okay.
was but then there was Judas. I'm becoming. I'm becoming. Judas in my mind. I mean, that song would have been perfect for that game, right, Sourblow? So I was like,
on.
no.
No, no.
Why
That
do you mean
song
why not?
it
It
doesn't kind of flow with it.
it does, man. You're becoming Judas in the mind.
No, it does not
What
flow.
do you mean how
Okay.
does not, man?
Hold on.
So
You can
Silent
still see
Hill.
it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Let
All right,
me. Do
are
you
we
want it
here?
with audio or no audio?
I
Which
don't
one
know.
did you pull up?
The
Me
Silent
both.
Okay.
Hill 2.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
So
So there
Right.
was the short
you can
message,
turn off the
and then there was
audio
that.
sound. It's not like real bad.
Okay, I got
Yes.
audio. This is the Bluebird team one, I believe. I don't know. I think they did a great job with the medium, so I
Mhm.
can
No,
give
the
them a
the was
chance.
pretty good. I'm not trying to
The
say they're bad.
controls were bad,
I'm not saying.
but
Well,
they
they were also doing something different.
well,
I don't think they were that bad. Ooh, I don't know what I don't know what you mean. I mean, it has its action. I also
I can't hear it sound because it's too
I
loud.
can't hear you.
Okay,
wait.
now you
What's
can.
too loud?
That
The
theme,
music.
the
Yeah.
music
Oh
was
wait, you
nice.
can hear the music.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we did. So what were you gonna
I
say,
I thought
Sour?
I had it muted. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
okay, so a couple things. The resolution, right? Like the screen resolution and stuff that we just saw. I mean, obviously, like if you look at that in 4K, it probably looks a little better. The visuals, though, I see what you're saying a little bit. Though crazy is like it looks outdated to an
Yeah,
extent.
I think
Which
the enemies. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, right. Like the main character looks okay, but
yeah.
the enemies
Jeez,
look
they look,
very
it looked like
what's the
Gumby.
best way to phrase it?
Gumby.
They look very angular.
They look
Like
like
very
Gumby.
there's a lot of angles to their design. Like if you go back and you look at it, everything's very squared off. Like there's a lot of edges. Which kind of makes me think like they used the original assets and they just upresed the visuals instead of actually reworking the visuals to a higher resolution. If if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Right?
I know what you mean, but to me, what this looks like more is like imagine like they're creating the game, right? They're recreating the game,
Mhm.
and then for some reason they either ran out of time or something like that, and they're like, "Oh, we have no time. Let's just grab the assets from the from the older
See,
one," and because it's
see,
like
Yeah,
some of
I
it
don't
looks
even.
like
I,
everything else looks
the
kind of
camera,
okay, but
because the
it's like
camera.
the
Here's the thing, though. They switched the way the camera works. Right, before it was right behind the character. Now
Mhm.
it's like the whole Resident Evil 4 style camera that's right behind it, but to a side, where you can point the gun better and stuff like that. But before it was like right behind the character back in the day, and sometimes like the camera switched, did a couple like weird stuff on Silent Hill 2. I remember the other day I was playing the HD version. I was like, this game is it's a bit outdated, But the whole pretty much it switched around. Now the character, what because I played the HD like probably a couple months ago, and I was like, man, it feels like I'm seeing the same, same look for the character. It doesn't look like it's got a big graphical enhancement. Kind of like how we see Capcom on how they work with the remakes. It just doesn't seem like that, but it's cool the way they're working on it. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with with Bloober Team how they're working, but copying that style from Resident Evil 4, it's gonna be more action and the bad guys looking like Gumby. That's what I saw basically. I was like, man, this is Gumby. These guys look like Gumby. I don't know if have you
hmm.
guys ever seen Gumby? The
Yeah,
rubber,
I've seen Gumby.
yeah, they look like Gumby.
It's a weird comparison, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of look like Gumby. I don't know. It felt weird. It felt weird. But the whole action thing, I was like, man, don't tell me they just took away the best thing about Silent Hill 2 is that spook
Ooh,
factor.
I forgot.
You
Keep
forget.
going. No, there's a game I didn't mention that was
What
shown
was
here.
that game? Say it.
The game I'm waiting to play.
Foam stars.
Foam
Exactly.
Stars.
No, not Foam Star. Definitely not Foam Star. Dragon Dogma 2, man.
Oh, the monster humping game.
That's not no Monster Hunter game. What are you?
Monster
Are you
humping
not?
game. I said not hunter game. Humping.
No,
So okay, so
no.
I'm sorry, sour. I so I'm looking back over the E3 trailer for Silent Hill 2 and just like trying to get a feel for the difference. And it's like, yeah, obviously the visuals have been tweaked a bit, but I mean, if you watch this, you can definitely tell. Like it looks like they pulled the assets for the enemies and literally just moved them over and just upresed them.
Yeah, like I said, look like
Um,
Gumby.
so I do kind of see what you're saying, but I would say more than anything, the character in the original looks more kind of Gumby-ish, like where it's very claymation. His hair especially, but no, like the characters we saw with the enemies and stuff, like it looks like it was pulled directly over, and they just cleaned up the visuals a little bit.
All right, all right. Hmm, that's
Just
cool.
kind of weird. I don't know
But yeah,
why they.
it looked kind of weird though. It looked kind of weird, but let's see if they make more better enhancements because it still does not have a date. It says sometime in
Well,
2024, but I did not see a date. Did you guys see a
s-
date at the end? Let me see. No,
no.
it says it's in development for PS5. That's all. There's still no
So
date for that game.
here's my thing, right? Like, I guess the question I would ask you guys. I want your opinion on this. Given what you saw in that trailer, would you be willing to pay $70 for that? Because
Well,
here's the thing, right? Like we live in a situation, like just a little bit of preface for it. We live in a situation where we had stuff like Gears of War Ultimate, we had stuff like Dead Space remaster or remake. We had like we've had these occurrences where people have gone in, remastered the visuals and like reworked the visuals. This doesn't feel like that. Like this feels closer to that joke that we always have where it's like the file save as. Like this feels very much more like the file save as version. Whereas like when you look at something like Dead Space or you look at like the Gears of War Ultimate, it looked like they went back and they reworked the visuals. This does not look like that. Like this feels like a bridge too far in regards to that.
yeah. Well, to answer your question, for me, honestly, it's a little bit not biased because it will be the opposite of. But let's just say, first of all, I'm not a fan of the genre that much. Like it's not like my
We
favorite. It's not like I wouldn't play it, but
we know
you
you
know,
wouldn't. Scaredy cat.
it's not my type. I just played Island Wake, but anyway.
Scaredy wake.
Um,
Scaredy cat. Scaredy cat. You're afraid of those games. You're not
the
like me. I man
the
up and
other
I play
thing.
these games and don't get scared. I don't
Okay,
get
well,
scared playing these
Okay,
games.
okay,
sure,
okay.
crazy,
Let
sure.
him
I don't
go.
get
Let's
scared
Let
on
give
him
you a
go.
command.
trophy for that. The other thing is that I already like. There's only a small amount of games that I will actually pay $70 full price, especially now with everything that has happened throughout the years. We got, first of all, I got a big back catalog. I got Game Pass, and then a lot of the games they come out broken, they come out with issues. So I would rather wait. And then, another thing is too, it has to be like either a franchise that I'm really like a fan of, or like a studio developer that I kind of really trust. And even that, and even so, sometimes I would rather wait at least for release date to see what is the wording out. Not in terms of what's the score, but in terms of is the game broken? Is the game, you know, does the game need to update, etc., and things like that. So,
Sure.
for example, for me, like this year, there's probably 2 to 3 games that I think I'm going to purchase like right away. One is Dragon Dogma 2, which I got it in my car. I'm gonna pre-order it now. The other one is Stalker 2. Even though I could play it on Game Pass, I do want to support that studio, especially with everything that's going on. And I'm a huge fan of the franchise. I was thinking, um, what is it? Wukong?
Wukong.
Wukong.
Wukong. I
Yep.
always get it confused because there's Wulong, Wukong. Okay,
Yeah.
Wukong. But I thought about it, even though the game looks fantastic, looks great, but it's not really my type of game. It just looks so great that I do want to play it, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit more on that one. And then I know there was one more game that I wanted for this year. Well, Judas I definitely want to play, but
Mm.
I don't know. Depending on, there's so many things to play. So many, like I'm going through, like right now I'm going through Mass Effect, but I also want to go through the Wolfenstein. But right near, we got Dragon Dogma 2 coming. And then, I want to play a Vow. But with Vow, I'm probably not going to purchase. I'm probably just going to Game Pass. Sorry, Obsidian, even though I do love you guys, but, you know. we got kids too.
Okay, so let's we'll shift over to Louis real quick. But your stance on
Yeah.
this, because I'm trying to get something with this.
Sorry, I
But
gave you
what's
no answer. Really.
no, you're good. You're good because you gave me what I needed. So Louis,
What's up?
your reactions in regards to the Silent Hill stuff that we saw from Bloober.
I
The
think
mic,
Louis, your mic is
the
going, but I
microphone is
think
gone.
Lou said he gonna pre-order. Didn't you
I'm gonna
pre-order
do
already?
what?
He's
Pre-order
gonna
what?
pre-order it
Me?
day one.
Yeah, right. Ain't pre-ordering that stuff. No, not yet. I have to see more about it to get convinced because I don't
I'll
know
tell.
because if it loses like I said, I wanted to play the Silent Hill game, but if it's gonna lose the spook effect, then why am I gonna play it for action? It's I
I'll
don't
tell you
know.
what. Lou
So
is going to buy the collector's edition if it comes with a
whoa,
statue of that of the
what? Oh, the Gumby? If it comes,
of the
And
polygon
let me
version of the
let me
he's
tell
villain.
you
gonna
something.
ram it sideways too.
If it comes with Gumby, I'll buy it. If it comes with the Gumby statue,
There
hell
you
yeah,
go.
Gumby
Okay.
rules.
Okay.
But
So
no, I mean,
with
I'm not like. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, you okay?
What?
You know what that reminds me of. You
What?
know you know what the villains look like, and
What?
compared to the rest of the game,
What?
like Craig.
Oh damn.
oh no. Oh
I think Craig
don't
was a lot more
oh
prettier than that, but damn, yeah, the
no
look it kind of looked weird. I mean, the villains look like they were like how Silence said they grabbed them from the other game, they posted up here, they gave them they're like covered in Vaseline or lubricant. I don't know what they're covered in,
Oh
but it
my
looks like
god,
they're covered in something weird because they look like
no
this
liquidy.
is going
okay
places.
no
Seriously,
okay so I
it's
I
weird.
agree. This is
It's
this is
weird.
going to be a rare occurrence, but I do agree with Louis in a way, right? And here's the thing: is like it feels like the enemies that we saw, it looks like all the characters that we saw during the Xbox 360 and PS3 generation
Yeah.
at the very beginning of the generation, right? Like you look at everyone from Perfect Dark, you look at everyone from like all those different games, everyone looked like they were coated in Vaseline or sweat, right? Like that was the new thing. We went from the Xbox to the 360, the PS2 to the PS3, and the whole thing that we ran into over and over again was everyone looked sweaty, right?
Yeah, they had
Like
like Vaseline or something.
that was the visual kick to start off with. Like everything looked glossy, and I agree with you, right? Like those enemies look very glossy, which is a weird thing. But the thing that I was trying to get to, right, is like you look at this, and then you look at what Bloober Team has done previously, right? Like you look at when they did Blair Witch, okay? This versus Blair Witch, like I feel like they were not given a pretty sizable budget in regards to doing this work. Because if you look at this, like it feels like it was very phoned in to an extent. And I don't mean to blast them for their efforts, but at the same time, like when I look at this, it looks more of like a file save as than some of the remasters or remakes we've seen over the last decade.
Mm.
You know what I mean, right? Like this does not look like a full effort was put in versus some of the things we've seen over the last decade.
Mm.
And I'm being generous, like the last 10 years we've seen things that were visually more impressive than what we just saw in this remaster or remake.
You
Like
were not
that's the
impressed.
thing that bothers me is like what was that, Sour?
You were not impressed.
No, no, I wasn't because realistically,
Uh,
I have better stuff on my phone. Like I can stream games to my phone
I
and
see
have
what you
better
did there.
visual
I see what you
content.
did there.
we didn't do nothing weird, sour.
No,
It just,
no,
I
No, he
mean,
I'm
said
it's
I'm
it feels
he
it feel.
got better stuff in his phone.
Oh, oh,
no,
That's a
I'm
star comment.
No, I'm literally I'm all I'm saying is like this feels like it had a very low budget where it was very like it was very phoned in because I look at the
Very
visuals.
Splatoonish.
No,
I'm
not
looking for
like
the
Splatoon.
nurses in the
No,
Well,
game.
no, like this looks like those remasters we've seen in the past. Where like, yeah, it's a remaster. Pay us $10 more per copy. Like this feels like it doesn't have that genuine interest.
what are
Like when
you
I look at the
trying to
visuals of this,
suggest?
I'm saying this looks like a cheap proposition. And I'm not going to dance around it. It looks like the remaster remake that they're doing looks cheap because Bloober has shown their pedigree. They've shown what they can do with something like Blair
Yeah.
Witch. Blair Witch visually looks way better than this. I understand that the content and the material that they're using for Silent Hill is old, but if it's old, you remake it. Unless you don't have the budget to remake it and you don't have the time to remake it. Like this feels like something that was very phoned in. Like, here's your $50, make it work. Like it doesn't feel like this is something that's coming from the heart. It feels like something that's very much coming from the wallet. Like,
I,
hey, we just want your money.
I feel like you need to believe more, like in
I
generations
feel
and
like you
stuff like.
need to shove those generations sideways somewhere uncomfortable.
Oh dear lord.
I'm just saying. Like
Lou, what
this
else did
does
we see?
not.
What else did we see?
Yes.
Nah, what else did we see? I'm telling you, man. It's just here's the thing, though. The main talk about the showcase basically is more on the Silent Hill thing because it's a game that a lot of people have been asking. Hey, we want this game to be brought back. I mean, we've been hearing those rumors for how long? So we talked about this for a long time,
I'll tell
and
you. I'll tell you what. People talked
and
a lot about
uh,
Silent Hill, even if it looked good. I
uh,
don't. I don't think it was. I don't think it's gonna sell like as much as people like talk about it.
because ever
Like
since they mentioned that Bloober Team was going to work on it, it's not like I'm saying Bloober Team is a bad team. No, I'm not saying that, but we have played Bloober Team's games, and for me, they're not like I said, the spook factor on those games is like I don't get scared. It's like, oh, okay. Like I played
D-
Blair Witch, and I walked like
Wait,
5,000 hours in Blair Witch, and I saw the monsters. Like, oh, okay, that's it. Not like they go, oh, I got scared. No, 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 nothing like that. But
Louis.
what's up?
but the thing with Lou is like Lou doesn't like he doesn't understand like psychological horror and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
Maybe, maybe
it
it just
was
doesn't
it
scare me.
was
it's too
Maybe
deep
it
it
for
doesn't
was
him.
the
scare.
suspense
Maybe
in Blair Witch.
maybe the
Yeah,
psychological doesn't work on me since I'm a psychological crazy guy
Oh,
or something like
sweet
that. Maybe
Jesus.
it just doesn't work
he's
Okay,
on me or something.
so
So I don't
so
know.
here's the thing. Here's the
Yeah,
thing about Blair Witch, right?
yeah,
Like it wasn't about the jump scares, right? Like
yeah.
it was the environmental
exactly.
feel. Like everything
Just like the
around
Oh,
you.
medium, just like the medium,
Yeah.
but the
Like
movie wasn't scary either.
it wasn't
dude.
sweet Jesus.
I
It's like
I get
more
you.
like it's like
I
the
know like
feel
the
that
feel that you're
you have
there.
that
I know
creature like
it's
See
watching you. It's gonna come get
see
you. It's gonna
yeah.
come eat
Sanchez
you.
There's
Sanchez
different
agrees
kind
with
of
me.
yeah. There's different kinds of horror. You like more like the kind of like
Alien isolation stuff that the alien comes
yeah
up and
like
bites you in the butt. Yeah, that's what I like. I like when the alien comes chase after you,
yeah.
like, come here,
But
baby, I'm gonna eat you
here's the
alive.
thing too.
What's up?
I feel that type of horror for me, like no, with aliens they do a good job, but with some movies I feel like where it's just like I want to scare you. Like if you don't build up that like that kind of like
The suspense,
that suspense,
the tension.
you're not doing anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what happened with me
So
with Blair
I
Witch.
guess for me, I think maybe what it is that Bloober team they're good at building the tension, but then probably
When
when they do the jump, for you is not as intense or
that's
like
not
you're
that
waiting
intense.
for something more
Well,
like
but
dramatic or
that,
something
that's
like that. But
that,
I feel like they do a good job. I don't know.
I know. I'm not saying it's not a bad job. I just don't get
I
the
also
scare
feel too
factor.
is the budget too that they have.
But like I was saying with Silent Hill, I mean, you guys saw the trailer now. you guys saw that
Mhm.
basically it's a Resident Evil 4 type of game now. It's gonna be action. So basically, like I said, they
And not
took away the
necessarily.
See,
shooting
This is a
factor.
trailer,
it's
Lou.
not
This is
even
a
that.
trailer.
Yeah.
They're highlighting probably like they're going more like they're showing more of the action
Use
probably because
Yeah.
yeah,
they think
this
it will probably sell more like that. Like
Yeah.
okay,
if you
but
sell,
Crazy
that's
that
that.
yeah,
I hope
that
that they did
trailer that trailer was a whopping like 1 minute and 30
30
seconds,
seconds. Yeah,
exactly, yeah,
right? So you factor because like Silent Hill 2, if I remember correctly, was somewhere around like a 6 to 9 hour experience.
4 hours, 5 hours most.
Okay, 6 hours if you like to experience the environment like I did, right?
Yeah,
So if you factor that it's a minute and a half, and they literally showed you a very small vertical slice of the experience, that tells you nothing about the overall experience.
yeah.
but here's I don't know if you felt like this when you played Resident Evil back in the day, right? Because that's the thing. This is where Resident Evil kind of got the turn, and it just started to become like more action type of thing. Because you remember when you were stuck in a room and you had to aim the proper way because if you could miss, you're stuck. You know, you miss that shot, that's a bullet wasted. In Resident Evil, you had that tension right there when you were in that room and you saw that zombie coming towards you, or this big guy coming towards you. You're like, oh, let me put this way and shoot him, like, pow, pow, you know. And sometimes you probably miss, sometimes you probably hit him. But with this game, right, since it's got more like the Resident Evil type of thing, now it's gonna be more easier for you to lock onto them, get them, kill more of the bad guys. You know, it's like it's got
See,
the action into it.
but
But
again, that's what you're getting from a minute and 30-second
I
vertical
know, I know.
slice.
But I saw that. I was like, wait, this feels like it's Resident Evil 4. But you're right. You know, it's a minute and a half trailer, so we have to wait for more on it, and it's still under development because hey, we don't know when it's gonna come out. Still,
I think, and this is just me. Like this, this is my personal opinion. The views of my opinion are not matched up with Xbox International's personal opinion of Silent Hill 2. But here's my thing: is like given what we've seen, given the visual effects, like given what we've seen so far in regards to this trailer, I don't think you're going to see anything different than what Silent Hill 2 was back in the day. So, what Silent Hill 2 was back in the day, I don't think it's going to deviate from that. So, I don't think you're going to suddenly see like a Resident Evil 4 ization of Silent Hill. Like, this looks very much like it was on a lower budget and it was told, like, hey, you have a limited time frame to make this
yeah.
happen because this doesn't look like it's really that much different than what we've
Mm-mm.
already experienced with Silent Hill.
Nope,
Do
nope.
you do
All,
you
all, all I know is these bad guys look like they got a lot of lubricant on them or Vaseline. I don't know. They look weird. They look
do you
real
guys think it could
slippery.
also be Sony Interactive probably told them, guys, we kind of need some games, so kind of gotta hurry up on that.
I think that ties into the financial aspect, right? Is like they're pretty much like, hey, give us a file save as and make it look slightly more polished. Like that's the trailer doesn't scream current gen to me in any way, right? Of
But
which then brings back the conversation of the monetary value. You want to
okay,
charge me $70 for this?
can Sarah, can I
Why?
ask you? Sarah, can I ask you for a favor, real quick?
No,
Okay, and then don't do me that
yes.
favor. All right,
What's your
do me a
favor?
favor and show Silent Cypher, Silent Hill, the short message trailer. Show him that,
No,
and when you
I
see,
saw that. That's the
okay,
VR.
no,
That's
no,
the
it's
VR,
not. No,
dude.
it's not the VR. It's not VR.
Is
It's just
are you
no, it's not.
sure?
Yeah, it's a PS5 game that's coming. It's a new Silent Hill game. Put that trailer on so Silent Cypher can see the difference from that
No,
trailer. That
I saw the message versus what we saw with 2.
exactly. The message looks way better than two. That's the funny
Yes.
thing, and that didn't help. Like that, those were all two together compact because
No,
after
no,
you see
it's
two, after
no,
you see
it's
two,
night and day. It's
yeah,
night and day comparison. You
yes,
literally see multiple
Oh, you can
generation
yes.
play it
difference.
today. It's free.
It's free. Yeah, it's free.
Okay.
But when you see the short message compared to that, you're like, wait, I see this cool. This game is really this Silent Hill looks interesting. But now I see Silent 2 remake. I'm like, huh? What is this?
Okay, so
Gumby.
I apologize because again, I didn't get to see the showcase today. The the one that you're talking about, the one that's live today, is that the one that's available by Bloober Team, or is that the
No, it's
No,
Silent
not.
Hill
no, no.
2?
That's the new Silent Hill game. It's called Silent Hill: The Short Message.
So who's making that?
Konami is with who?
Okay.
Let me check.
So again, I stand where I'm at. Bloober Team made something like Blair Witch, where
Hmm.
visually, where environmentally, everything, atmospherically, way different. I feel like the budget for the Silent Hill 2 remake, if that's what their target thing is, must have been really low because it
No, but
doesn't feel like they did anything.
it's gonna run at 60.
I give zero shits. I'm sorry. If I was concerned about that, I will play it on PC, and that is fine.
It's
It's
gonna
what
be
it is.
4K.
That's fine. But that being
4K.
said, are you
That's
going to
gonna be
charge me?
the ugliest 4K game I've ever seen.
Yeah, if you want to charge me $70 for that 4K version, you can shove that sideways up your ass too.
Why you guys being
I'm
Exactly.
so
sorry.
negative? Such a
I'm not. We're
No,
not being that. Look,
I'm
such
not being
a.
listen.
I'm not
Li-
being negative.
listen.
I'm critiquing the
What?
decisions that are made.
Exactly. Because
It's
here.
the art direction.
Okay.
I
Okay. All right. But here's
if
the thing,
that's
though,
an
Sour.
oh
Oh,
oh oh,
I was gonna
oh.
say, Sour. It just did not help that you got the short message first, right? As a trailer for you to see, and you see that you're like, wow. I mean, like I said, when I first saw that trailer, I was like, wait, is this Silent Hill 2 the remake, or what the hell is this? But then I see into it, I'm like, whoa, this is different. Did Silent Hill 2 go first person? Like, okay, they really did a switch around. I was like, man, this looks good. But then after that but when I read the Silent Hill the short message, I'm like, oh, okay, this is a new game. All right, now I got it. But then I see Silent Hill 2 pop into next to this game. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? What is this,
Okay.
Well,
Gumby?
it's two different type of games too. Because I
It
think
does,
what is the short
no,
message? It's probably like
Sour, it's
a
not that. It's like you see this game, you say, "Wow, this is beautiful," and you're expecting Silent Hill 2 to look as beautiful as this game. But when you see Silent Hill 2, you're like, "Wait, what? What the hell is going on here?" It's like these guys got the full max budget, but when you go to Blooper Team, it's like they did not get crap. It's like I
I'm
said, these enemies have got lubricant on them or Vaseline. I
here.
don't know
Let's
what the
see
heck.
what I'm
I'm
curious. What?
Put it
I'm
on.
gonna
Just say put it on.
relate back.
No, not that.
I'm gonna relate back to my recent gaming history. Okay, sour, sour.
Yes.
Did you
Yes.
play the Mafia One remake?
Oh my god,
Yes.
yes.
Oh
Oh my god,
yes.
Okay,
yes. And when you see Mafia 2, yeah,
now
that happened to me too. Oh lord. I was like, what?
here's what I'm gonna bring up to this. Okay, Mafia 1, 2, and 3 were part of a trilogy set that were $60. Okay, so with that being said, Mafia 1 remake was $20.
Yeah, but
Okay,
there's a
okay.
problem with
No, no,
that.
no.
Like,
Hold on.
okay, okay.
$20 for the visual zest that they brought to that version of the game. And you want me to pay $70 for that trailer that we just saw of Silent Hill 2?
Yeah, but you don't understand.
No, no, no. Don't try and gloss over that. Don't try and polish the turd. Okay? I paid $20 for Mafia 1, which was a 10 plus hour experience
Wow. Game.
with
Wow.
very good visual
Visuals.
fidelity.
Yes. Yes. It's awesome.
And you want me to pay $70 for this one game that looks kind of like a file save as?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm sorry.
I mean,
But there's no world in which that makes sense.
when I felt the same way because after I beat Mafia 1, because I bought the whole trilogy, right? Because it was at a good
Hmm.
price. So I bought the whole trilogy.
That was
And no,
$60. It was like the best deal that time
no,
frame
I got
in
it for
gaming.
20. I got it for $20, to be honest. That's what I bought it
Okay.
for. So I bought it for $20 because I already have Mafia 3. It's like, what the heck? Let me just buy the trilogy. It's just So I sit there and beat Mafia 1. I was like, oh man, this game is great. And as soon as I got on Mafia 2, I'm like, eh. Like, oh,
Dude, yeah, right? Okay, so
uh,
I went
so
right from Mafia 1 to Mafia 2. and I ran into the same thing. Mafia 1 is amazing
Amazing.
visually
Wow.
versus number 2.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. Not only that, the controllers are funky. Like when you shoot, it's like
Yeah.
it moves. Like when you're trying to point,
Yeah.
you hit the joystick, and all of a sudden it goes shoot. Like, it's just
Number 2, like you can tell that number 1 was a labor of love
yep,
versus number 2 was very much again, we talk a lot about like the file save as. Number 2 feels like a file save as.
yep.
Like
Oh,
it just does. All the controls of Mafia 1 remaster and or remake or whatever they're calling it, that felt good.
hmm.
You go to number 2 and it felt like garbage.
Yep.
I
Okay.
Oh Lord.
but
Oh Lord.
again, like you get all 3 of those games versus you're getting this one game and you're going to charge me 70.
Yeah. It's incredible. It's
I'm
incredible.
just saying. Like
All right.
that's
Yeah, but
Uh,
you gotta put in all the factors, like all the pieces and all the things together. And
sour.
when
I'm
you
waiting for
think
the mental
about it,
gymnastics. Yeah,
So
let's
so
go.
so wait,
when
Sour, are you trying to do the what's it called, Star Citizen psychological thing on us right now? You know, looking for the excuses.
no, because like you gotta first things first. Like
Okay.
you gotta know that you gotta believe in generations. Okay,
Oh my God.
and
Oh,
I'm about to hit you.
the Silent Hill 2, it's for the payers. I mean, for the players.
For the payers. Yep.
For the players, yes, for the
You know.
players, for the
oh.
You know.
players.
You know.
And you graphically, you might not see like how
Mm,
you know how
mm,
deep visually this game is, but once you make the purchase and you pre-order this game and you put it on your PS5, because the difference from Mafia is that it's not exclusive.
I hate you so much right now.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
Let's just
okay.
talk
can we
about
hit
No,
something
him?
no,
else.
no,
Can we hit
no, no, no.
him?
We'll.
Can we hit
Okay,
him?
we're gonna talk apples to apples real quick.
Oh
Okay,
Lord! Oh
we're gonna
Lord!
talk
Let's kill
apples to
him!
apples.
Let's kill him! Let's
Resident
kill him!
Evil 2, Resident Evil 2 versus Silent Hill 2. Okay, tell me, tell me that Silent Hill 2 is worth $70 when you paid $60 for Resident Evil 2 remake. Tell me, show me.
But was it exclusive? Ah.
I.
Let's talk about.
I'll berate you off the air. I know.
Can
Let's
we
kill
talk?
him.
Can we talk about Judas?
Yes,
Judas.
let's
We're
talk
jumping to
about
Judas real
Judas. Let's
quick,
get
but
off of Silent
I
Hill.
got a question for you. I don't know if you all noticed to this. So, Stellar, real quick on Celebrate. I don't know if you all caught this, but I see more butts on that than I like Big Butts song.
There's a
Oh,
reason why they call it Stellar Yams, Louis,
Oh,
Stellar, yeah.
okay. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty
or
weird. I
Stellar
mean,
Cheeks.
You know what? No, just honestly, Stellar Blade, what it looks like. It looks like the Forspoken that people kind of wanted, like in terms of like if you no like if you look at it like because Forspoken like when it first was shown to me it had like potential, but then when they started seeing more trailers toward like the release, it started looking like empty. I don't know if you guys got the same like impression. Like it started looking like it wasn't the game that was promised at the beginning. Where this game, like everything I've seen, it keeps looking better and better. No. Jokes aside, jokes aside.
Kind of
no,
like Silent Hill.
It looks no that's a different story.
the game
I
looks
was
fun.
joking around there, but like Stellar Blade or Yams or whatever you want to call it, it
Still
definitely
games.
it looks really good. It does. It looks good.
That looks good. Looks good. And speaking about looking good, and you mentioned earlier payers. You mentioned something about being a payer instead of of a gamer. Hmm. Can you guys please answer to me why do we still having these remaster talks over there on Sony with Until Dawn? Before we jump into Judas, because I want to leave Judas for last, because Judas looks beautiful. I mean, seriously, what is going on over there? Why, why are we still doing remasters? I mean, Sony, can't y'all take a hint? I mean,
Who?
if it was Xbox, I remember
Oh,
back in the day with Xbox, like Gears of War, Forza, Motorsport, or Forza Horizon, Halo, Gears of War, Forza, Halo, Gears of War, Forza, Halo. Now we got PlayStation remasters, remake. Why do we need Until Dawn for a remaster? Why? Why?
Because it
Why?
wasn't on the
Why?
PC previously.
Oh, okay. That answers my questions. Thank you. So, sorry, you got anything to say about Till Dawn remastered?
no.
No, you're not gonna
Yeah.
play it. You're scared cat. You won't play that. But anyways, we
I'll
already
play
mentioned
it.
Metro.
Isn't that like a movie? Like a
It is. It's
so
it's just like Dark Pictures Anthology.
Uh,
okay. So
Same type of idea.
so right before we finally jump into Judas, there was Dragon's Dogma, which Sourblow talked about, monster hunting game.
dogs.
Rise of Ronin.
It's not a Monster Hunter game.
Now I said monster humping game.
When
It's
when
where
are you, when are you gonna play the first Dragon Dogs?
when I beat Rise of Ronin.
How does never suit you?
I will play it. I will get around to it. Sour. It's on my list. It's on my list of games I want to play. No worries, it's on there.
No,
It's on there.
it's been on your list since like I first met you.
No, you told me about
I
this like
told you
6 months ago.
no way. I did not tell you 6 months
Yes,
ago. I've
I can
told
look
you
for it.
way before that. Way before that. It has to be more than a year. I told you about this
Silent,
game.
you're a witness to this. He told me 6 months
Matter of
ago.
fact, it might have even been more than that because
I
I don't even think Dragon Dogma 2 was announced
Louis,
when
you're
I told
breaking
you
it. You're
this.
breaking up. I can't hear you.
You can't. You're not gonna save me with it for this one, Silent.
Yep.
What? Sorry, Ed. I can't hear you.
Damn it! I thought I had back up here. But yes, Rise of Ronin. That looked like a lot of fun. Did you guys see the trailer or no? I bet you all didn't.
Rise
Yeah.
of Ronin? Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
No,
I
I
don't have
looked
to
at
see
it.
anything else about Rise of Ronin. Rise of Ronin looks good. I definitely like would be interested in playing it, but I'm also not like I need to play this.
You
Like
need to play this type of thing. Okay, okay, I get
not
you.
like Dragon Dogma or
Um,
Judas.
since it's the guys who made Neo, I'm interested in it. I want to see a little bit more about it so I can hop into it
I'm
and
more
play.
interested in Stellar Yams, to be honest,
Southern Yams, okay. It's
than
Southern
Ronin.
Yams. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, after we saw a lot of those jams on there, I mean, I would like to play that game too. Southern Jams.
He's talking
And
about NBA Jam.
NBA Jam, yeah. So that's a good game. They
NBA
should make
Yam.
that's the game.
Yeah.
No, that's a game that deserves a remake.
Yes, it
NBA
does.
Jam.
Yes,
It
it
Oh
does
does.
yeah,
deserve a
that
remake.
was fun.
That would be awesome. Please hear us make a remake of NBA Jam. We will
You
buy it,
know,
buy it, buy it.
here's here's my thing about Rise of Ronin. I look at it and I can't help but think like we've already done this. We already had Tenchu. Tenchu, I feel like was this uh, to an extent, if not better. Like I always enjoyed the Tenchu games, and when I watch the mechanics of this, it doesn't it doesn't look like anything different to me personally. Like this looks like something I would have played in Tenchu.
Tenchu. Tenchu. Yeah, it looks like a Tenchu type of thing. But yeah, it looks fun. It looks fun. I can't wait for
Plus
this game. And
plus some
lucky,
wingsuits, I guess. I don't know.
and it's coming out this year, guys. Finally, it's gonna come out
Supposedly.
March 22. Same isn't
Oh,
selling.
I think no, I think it's the same day as Dragon Dogma.
And Stellar Jams comes
You
out
wanna
on
make a
April
bet? Who
26th.
sells more?
uh, oh.
Yeah, it comes the same day as Dragon Dogma. Oh Lord, that's a bad
Well,
day. Move it,
okay,
move it, move
okay,
it, move it. It's gonna go bad for
okay.
Rise of
No,
Ronin.
no,
That's
no,
bad.
no. Yeah. So we'll play the game. We'll play the game, right?
Okay, I bet
What
you five
what
cents
what systems is Rise of Ronin coming out on?
on the PlayStation 5.
Okay, and Dragon's Dogma.
Everywhere, even the toilet seat.
Mm, yep. I think we know how that's gonna go then.
It's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. So now let's jump into Judas. Judas. Sourblow is in love with Judas. Sourblow, you want to talk about your Judas game? So we seen.
I gotta see the trailer again, but
Why don't you post it on here? I mean, that Judas game looks awesome.
it
It
definitely.
looks awesome. It
The,
looks
the thing
fun.
is, I'm scared of putting it because it's gonna be with the audio.
Why don't you just put it without the audio?
I did last time, and apparently it
Just go to
played
YouTube,
with the audio.
kill the
No,
audio.
it's you know how this is. That's I did that, and
Okay.
I did not hear no audio, but you guys. Apparently the audio was blasting for you guys, so I don't know. I think it's something with the software here. Something's going on
Uh oh.
with
That's weird.
the EV Monks, whatever. But anyways, it looks like Bioshock. It gives me a lot of Bioshock vibe, but it looks like more like crispier. It looks more fluent. So it looks like what I would expect for like a brand new like Bioshock like for this generation. So I'm very excited for it. I believe I believe the developer has a little bit more. I forget his name, which is the creator of Bioshock. I think he's not like with the
Ken
studio.
Ken
Levine.
Levine.
Ken Levine, yes, I believe he got more freedom because it's like his very own like studio. It's not like under like a publisher or anything like that. I mean, he's probably using a publisher for to publish the game, but what I mean is like he has more creative control. So it's just gonna be interesting to see what this game is all about.
Hmm. I agree with you, Sarah. I agree with you. Here's the thing, though. Alan, did you see it or did you not see the trailer? See the trailer.
I actually just watched it.
You
How do you
did.
feel about what? Explain it.
Yeah, so it feels like he's been giving or been given like higher budget, more liberties in regards to what he's doing with it. Obviously, this is definitely like this feels like a vision that's more oh god, that's like easier for him to actually present given the technology and stuff like the visuals and stuff. It looks really good and it looks like there's more of that storytelling and it feels like there's more personality in some of the characters and stuff to kind of drive that stance home, if that makes any sense. Like it feels it feels like he's got a better budget for this, but he also has the technology to deliver the story that he's going for from what we see in the trailer at least.
Yeah. He also got more experience making this
Yeah,
type of game, so
yeah.
that's all gonna add up, and yeah, really looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's one of the creative minds around the industry that is
He's
very
he's one of the
unique.
only ones that's kind of stuck around recently, right? Because you look at the folks from like Rockstar that kind of bounced, and like granted, one of those guys is working on something right now, but a lot of the creatives that we've seen from these different companies, you look at like Burnout, right? And when you had Burnout, like those guys have done some different things through Three Fields Entertainment, if I remember correctly. But you look at something like Ken Levine, you look at like the Hausers and stuff like that of the industry, and it's cool to see those guys actually off doing new stuff. Because it feels like the dev studios that they've been with previously have kind of I don't know. It feels like they've dropped off in regards to like content we get to enjoy. Um, GTA, we saw how big a delay there was on that. And so to see like Benzies or Hauser or folks like that, or Ken Levine actually coming out with a new game like this, it's really cool to actually see some more content, some new IPs, because it feels like there's been a lot of just like repeat, like wash, rinse, repeat over and over again.
Yeah,
So new
Louis,
IPs are
you
great.
got anything to add?
To the showcase, I think we. Oh, I was gonna ask you guys. Oh, you all didn't see the showcase. I was gonna say what would you grade it, but
What?
if
But let me end with this final question, and this is
all
not
right,
about the showcase. but
Uh,
I know you guys would be interested in this. So, damn, what's I always get his name wrong. Tango X lead developer Shin
Shin Megami?
Shinji Mikami.
Shin
Shinji
Mikami?
Mikami.
Mikami, yeah, Shin
Yeah, he
Yeah.
kind of teased Evil Within 3. What do you guys think about that? You guys saw that?
Yes, but okay. So here's my thing. I saw that, but he's no longer with Tango.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting? What he teased it, right? He's no longer with Tango, but I do recall that he said that he wanted to work in one last game before he left.
Hmm.
And Hi-Fi Rush was not that game because he was not in charge of that game.
Correct.
So my thing is, and here's where I'm gonna leave you guys to think about it. Hi-Fi Rush was a game that we got the information that it wasn't supposed to be shadow drop initially. That wasn't the initial idea. They was actually gonna market it, etc. But because they were unable to show it, and it kind of got, the showing got kind of delayed. Then they came up with the idea to shadow drop it. So what if, Evil Within 3, it's already cooked. They're just making sure, it passes quality control and all that. And maybe it's there. Maybe that's his last Xbox project. And
Hmm.
I mean, here's the
then
thing, right? Like I didn't finish Hi-Fi Rush yet. I
what?
I'm hoping to soon, but
Shame on you.
yeah, I
Shame.
know. I know. And I'm still literally catching up on games I didn't play like a couple generations ago. So
Shame.
bear with me. I'm working on it.
I'm disappointed.
But with that being said, I do know that in Hi-Fi Rush they teased Evil Within 3.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And we saw stuff outside of Hi-Fi Rush also. Like we saw stuff going into E3, if I remember correctly, this last year. Like it was going to get announced. So it seems like, again, like where there's smoke, there's fire. There must be something going on in that. And honestly, like I feel like with how Evil Within 2 ended, you could stop it off where it's at. You could continue if you wanted to. I don't know how the sales went ultimately for Evil Within. I don't think it went like off the charts by any means, but I think it did turn a profit. And there's obviously a lot of fanfare behind Evil Within. I hope that there's an Evil Within 3. Just especially like having revisited them recently and playing through them, they're really good. Like they're really good. They're different from a lot of the games that are out there in the industry right now. They approach the horror genre in a different way than a lot of the horror games do. There's just a unique weirdness to those games that you don't get from a lot of the horror games out there. And I really hope that number 3 happens. And it seems like it's being pointed very strongly towards that happening.
Hmm.
Yeah. What about you, Crazy? You got anything you want to add?
Hmm. So Shin Mikami making that game? I believe it's gonna happen, man. I believe it's gonna happen. I believe probably in the next Xbox showcase it probably be announced. Because hey, I heard a rumor that it may be announced in the next Xbox showcase. Probably not this one, maybe the next one, but I know it's gonna be announced soon. And who told me the rumor? Some dude. Yeah, that's right, guys. That's right. Some dude told me that rumor.
I want to
You-
see your sources.
You're hanging out with
Special Nick.
with the insiders.
Special Nick and
Yeah, man.
Jez.
I'm the
And
Wait,
insiders.
Holt.
what happened? I missed it. What happened to Sea of Thief?
Oh, wait, what?
Wasn't it? Wasn't
Too
it gonna be?
soon. Too soon. Too soon.
Okay. Okay. All
I
right.
didn't see it. I don't know where it went
Okay,
though.
I guess we could leave it at here.
Sour, it's at the secret showcase that's gonna be shown
The
in the
secret.
next couple months.
Oh wait, wasn't that super secret doopy 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 secret
No, that's
showcase
still
supposed to
coming.
happen the
No,
31st of
that's still
December
coming.
and did not happen?
No,
Now it
it's
got
still coming.
announced. Oh
Still
wait, we
coming.
got another showcase coming February 6th. It's gonna be about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Really, they're doing one just for.
Yeah, for February 6th is
I,
Final. So
I
wait a
just
minute.
threw up in my mouth.
So wait a minute. Rebirth, right? Enemy with lubricants,
Oh my
booties.
god, Lou, just land the plane.
Oh, Yamalan. Okay, okay. I was
That's
just
fine.
doing a little comparison because I saw a couple things that I felt kind of weird during the showcase, but maybe that's why that site is real big on PS5. But you should continue. Let's not go through that. But yeah, let's not mention that because we gotta keep this PG. But anyways, it's time to land this plane again.
This show will
Sorry
never
for the
PG.
what? What'd you say, sir?
Go go.
Sorry
Didn't
Just
about
say anything.
Sorry about the technical difficulties, but I think Sourblow will get this episode up on YouTube probably today or maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. But hey, it's gonna be up real soon. But yeah, great show, guys. We had a lot of fun. Chat, you guys kept it rocking and rolling. Thank you all who came on Twitch to join us. But I think that next week, Sour will get the handle of this and type into those guys. Yeah, don't say what I gotta say. Type into those guys and see what was the issue with YouTube. So Sour Blow, since I'm on you right now, please tell everybody where they
no,
can
you're
find
not on me.
you.
Okay,
And
let's not go there.
you wish I was on you.
No.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh boy. All right.
All right. Well,
I'm going to
apo-
hell. I'm going to
ap-
hell. I know, guys. Oh, I hope the miss doesn't see this. You can kick my ass. But anyway, Cyberblow.
apolo- Okay. Well, apologies to everyone. Unfortunately, the episode was unable to work on YouTube. It was live like every week now on Twitch, Twitter, and also Facebook. I think I gotta add the links here. Um, but I will upload the episode hopefully tomorrow. I don't think today, but I will upload this episode. So if you're watching this on YouTube, it's probably gonna be the day after we kind of recorded it. And what was I gonna? I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. But anyway, you can find me Sourblow18, Twitter, Xbox, and hopefully next Wednesday on YouTube, and the other places too.
All right. How about you, our sweet captain? We missed your announcements, and thank God you're finally back with us, hanging out, chilling out. Please tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Okay. Well, you can find me on social media, Xbox, all over the place as Silent Cypher. You can catch me here every Wednesday. You can catch me every other Friday at Mr. Boomstick's channel, which is also playing right now. So when you're done with our show, go hang out there. Check out their episode as well. Um, Besides that, you can catch me on Fiverr here shortly. I'm working on my demo right now for that, so I can try and
Piper.
do some voice work. Yeah, for voice work. So we've kind of played around with it a little bit, but I'm working on trying to do some voice work on the side. So hopefully I can get that up and running soon. I ran into a couple snags over the holiday, and between new job, itis, and family stuff and everything, I feel like I haven't gotten to dedicate as much time as I wanted to, but hopefully I'll be jumping back on that here pretty soon. Um, Besides that, you're probably not going to find me too much for the next couple weeks, um, except for maybe on Twitter being a salty asshole. But thank you everyone for hanging out with us. Sorry for the turbulence that we ran into. Technology's a beautiful gem sometimes, but thank you for hanging out with us. And whether you catch the episode right now or you catch it later, thank you for the support.
All right, all right, all right.
Oh,
And man, where can
and
you?
look,
What's up? What?
where can we find you?
I was gonna say it. What are you talking about?
You almost skipped right over him.
What do you mean, skip? I don't know. What you do? Did you close the show without me noticing?
Nope. We're good. We're good.
No,
Just keep going.
Where you can find the crazy one, you can find him on Twitter X at Crazy Louis Gaming, where he does Good Morning, does all sorts of crazy stuff. Also on Mondays on the Double Barrel Gaming YouTube channel at 12 noonish at the Xbox Lunch Break Special. And like always, here on the Xbox International Podcast with Sourblow, Silent Cypher, and the Big Plume, which I'll be back in 2 weeks. And Sour forgot to mention these guys, and that's in Sourblow's fault. Xbox International Podcast en Español on Fridays at 7 p.m. ET with our loving brother Captain Elving and Eternal Shaddai.
I knew I forgot something.
I knew you forgot something. They're gonna get you for this. But anyways, so they don't be mad at us. We do mention you. We love you. But anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell so it can tell you when XBI content comes on. And remember. Let's go. Let's rock and let's watch booties, lubricants, and what was the last thing I was gonna say? I forgot what I mentioned it. Let's get crazy. Yeah. See y'all next Wednesday. Bye bye, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off this live stream. On behalf of Xbox International, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we're looking forward to seeing you aboard next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.